Show me the movies. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. That's right, brother. Mm-hmm. Cream of the crop. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I did. I actually went to Razzle Dazzle because I was like, you know what? I had nothing better to do. So I went ahead and did what he said. I brought up, I know he said bring in like 2 of the Blu-rays, but I brought in like 5 Blu-rays to show him like everything that Movies R USA does. So I was like, hey man, I wasn't doing anything special today. So I brought some in. So like I'm showing him stuff like I brought in Lucas with Corey Haim and fucking what is it, Sean Astin, I think. I was like, see, he has like stuff that's not on Blu-ray, like this right here, and he's like, okay. And then I showed him like Traces of Death, and I explained to him, and I was like, now with stuff like this, while it's on Blu-ray, it's not gonna be Blu-ray quality. You understand? He was like, yeah, it's gonna be the quality that was originally presented in. I was like, yeah, okay, you get it. So I'm showing him like movies from like Apple Plus. I'm like, say you have movies from Apple Plus, like Tetris right here. So I brought in like 5 and explained to him. He was just like, so what exactly? It turned into Pawn Stars. I was like, what exactly do you want for them? I was like, listen, they're literally in my. I told him, I was like, I get sent these from the company. Go on YouTube. Hey, everybody, fucking check out the website. Use my checkout code, and they sit. I pick out the ones I want, and the rest sit in my basement. And he was like, okay, the problem I'm having here is, you know, it would confuse the customers, essentially, is what it came down to. They wouldn't know which one was real and such. And I was like, I can understand that. I knew that was going to be the gray area coming into this. He was like, what I am interested in, though, are the cases. And I was like, that's interesting. He was like, DVD extra, like sometimes I get shit and I need to switch out the cases because they're damaged. DVD cases, I have plenty of. The Blu-ray cases are a different story. He was like, I sometimes have to pay 50 cents a case. And I was just like, okay. He was like, do you have more than 100 of these? I was like, yeah, I'm sure. He was like, okay, here's what I'm willing to do. If you get a number, and I was like, I can go home and count them for you if you want. He was just like, I'm willing to give you 25 cents each for each case. I'm like, okay, so do you just want me to bring in the cases? You toss the movie? Like, what do you want to do here? It's like, no, you can hang on to the movie. So now think about this, and I want to see if you think this is a fair thing to run by him. He wants good. Okay, but here, so he doesn't want the movie, which I understand. That's fine because they're not official, right? But here's the thing, though. He wants the cases, which okay, cool. He wants the cases. Now I have to sit down and pull out the movies, pull out the artwork, find a place for said artwork and disc. So I think it's fair to ask him 30 cents per fucking case, since I have to put in a little bit of work. It's one thing if I'm just bringing the fucking boxes to him and saying, here you go. But like, I think it's fair to ask fucking 30. I was thinking 35. But then he's only saving 15 cents on his original cost. So I'm just like, I think 30 cents is, I think fucking putting in the work is worth my nickel. Plus, I haven't even finished counting all of them yet. And I got to 120 and did the math. 120 of them at 30 cents is $36. So I'm just like, all right, $36 ain't gonna kill them, and that's before I count the rest of them. I only have like 2 more boxes to count. You know? Yeah, that's what I was like. I think it's fair to run 30 cents by them. And that's what I'm going to put too, just in nicer terms. I'm just like, I think the 30 cents is worth me sitting down, pulling out the movie and the discard for the cases. I think that's worth my time. You know, so I just got to get a number to them before next week. You know, plus I got to find a spot for all the disc art and fucking disc now. You know, because I don't know where I'm going to put that shit. You know, what do I want tonight? We got the new gummies down here. And before you say it, no, I'm not doing all 3. I did think about that, but I'm not doing it. Man, it's been a while since I had Looper. I mean, in terms of like getting funky, of course, the torch to me it works the most with me. Um, these I've had before, but the formula changed. See how it says 7,660 milligrams? These used to be 10,000. So, but these are the THC and mushroom ones. So I was gonna email him about them because the fucking one that I ordered said 10,000, but like I didn't feel like going through that process again, so I was like, fuck it. Torch it is. You think torch? Yeah, it's been a while since that Looper though. All right, I'm not gonna do numb tonight. I know that much. I just want to. Man, why are these so fucking hard to open all of a sudden? I almost had to cut the lid off of that one with a fucking knife. Oh, fucking. Now this one's being a bitch. Push down, open. Yeah, okay, that's what I'm doing. There it is. How many gummies do I get in here? These are 15,000 milligram altogether. Like last night when I was live, I was on Torch. So. Oh, these are 750 milligram per? That explains why the flying horse is not as potent as it were. No, because flying horse is 1,000 milligram per. Okay, just take the. Stop overthinking it. Like there's a crowd here. Okay, fine. We'll get a little wild. You think Jason would buy? Maybe, but I wouldn't see payment until like fucking 2031. Like, yeah, I'll take them all, Will, but I probably won't have the money until July of 2030. Um, so yeah, if you could just hold them till then. Um, I'm like, you do realize the whole idea is to get this shit out my house, right? Hey, Erica. I'll show you the new stuff in a minute. Let me take the gummies and I'll show you the new stuff. Because I actually did pick up some shit today while I was at Razzle Dazzle because I didn't get to walk around on Friday because the fucking fire alarm went off. Yeah, they're pretty big. No, look at the size of these. I'm going to start mixing them all together. I have 2 adios. What is it? Adios motherfuckers left. I have 1 flying horse, so I'm going to put that in there. One day I'm just going to have this whole jar filled up with just like fucking different kinds of gummies and shit. And fucking we'll make a party of it. How the fuck did I miss that? It's 2 feet in front of me. And I went and picked out 2 sets, kind of like the Willy Wonka and Sugar. I picked out 2 sets. I picked out 2 sets for tonight too. I almost forgot. Yeah, I've been using the new camera. Last night I was on the new camera. Okay, I am late. I may not take this after all. I don't think I need to get that wild. All right. Let me just show you guys the new shit real quick. Plus, I found some shit upstairs that I bought like a long time ago that I forgot I had. I've been wanting to see that Poor Things with Emma Stone. All right, Erica, sounds good. So they had it for $1. So I'm like, fucking hey, $1, sign me up, man. Oh, that's today. He had a bunch of Criterions for $1. Now, whenever he has Criterions for $1, he usually has the ones I've never fucking heard of. He usually never has Poor Things, Tons of Sex. Ah, fuck. He usually has Criterions that like I've never heard of, but he actually had 2 that I heard of. Bull Durham, which I haven't fucking I probably haven't seen since I fucking lived in Durham. You know, that's probably the last time I saw this fucking movie. And the other one, I haven't watched this movie in so long. I gotta watch it again. Ghost World. You know? So I'm like, for $1, hell yeah, I'll pick them up for $1. Shit. Birth of the Living Dead, which is a documentary on Night of the Living Dead, obviously. All right, and that's all the ones I got for $1. And here's 3 that I found upstairs. Zodiac. I fell asleep watching this movie like a long time ago. Yeah, I remember liking Ghost World. It's just been so long as I've watched it. I don't remember much of it. I know Thora Birch is in it. That's about it. What is the Zodiac? I remember falling asleep watching it. It's not because it was bad. I was just tired. And I think the Zodiac mystery is very intriguing. You know, the fact that like he kept leaving clues for the cops to find him and they still couldn't find him. I think that's fucking miraculous in a way. Cheech and Chong 3-pack. Next movie, Born in East LA and Get Out of My Room. And I believe this is another Criterion, isn't it? No, this is not the Criterion version, but there is a Criterion of it. The Red Balloon. Red Balloon, the classic short film, because I think it's only like, what, 37 minutes or something? 44 minutes. 44 minutes, the Red Balloon. Hey, Diana. Yeah, but the Red Balloon. All right, and the ones I got today, and today the value bin was 2 for $1. On Saturday and Sunday, it's fucking 2 for $1. But I did pick this one up. This one wasn't 2 for $1. It was $5. I've put this movie back twice already. But I figure, fuck it, I'm gonna get it this time. Price Check with Parker Posey. I've never seen it, but it sounded pretty interesting on the back. You know. And all these were 50 cents a piece. This I bought for my sister because she's a big VH1 and Celine Dion fan. Celine Dion's her fucking favorite singer of all time. It became a game for a while. Like, can we find something that she doesn't have of Celine Dion? You know? And every time I'd be like in a fucking CD store or something, I'd be like, I think I found one. I found like an obscure fucking, what I think is obscure Celine Dion fucking CD. I'm like, I found one. And I show it to her. She's like, yep, I got that one. I'm like, motherfucker. Like, so I bought that for her because she like, I got to keep that in the bag. Street Gang, How We Got to Sesame Street. Seemed like a documentary on Sesame Street. So I was like, all right, we're going to roll with that. Dead Rising. No, believe it or not, Titanic's not her favorite movie, believe it or not. She likes the movie, but it's not her favorite. What is her favorite movie? I think it would be Dirty Dancing, I think. It was the CW's Nancy Drew season 2. They didn't have a season 1, but I was like, for 50 cents, fuck it, just grab it for 50 fucking cents. And finally, I don't know, it was an X-Files collection for 50 cents. And whenever I'm looking online at TV shows, X-Files usually goes for good money, so I figured I'd just snag it up. You know? So right, that's all the new stuff. New/found stuff, I should say. Because I found a bag upstairs with fucking... And then in that same bag, I found a copy of Recess School's Out. I was like, oh, fuck, we got to talk about Recess School's Out. And it took me about 2 minutes to realize. I was like, that was recently on Media Night, wasn't it? I was like, yeah, because me and David argued about it. So I was like, oh, fuck, I got to take out Recess School's Out. Fuck. So, Yeah, and plus Ghost World has like some good fucking features on here, so yeah, for $1 too. I'm glad I got those before the fire alarm went off. You know? Good stuff. Sweet cover. Then Titanic must be. Man, I know she likes Titanic, and I know she has like every version of the CD soundtrack there is, whether it be like a deluxe CD or something like that. But like, oh God, if there was a gun to my head, I'd probably say her favorite movie is Dirty Dancing. But like, even then, I don't know if that's right. That'd be an answer where, like, if there's a gun to my head, they're like, "What's your favorite movie?" I'd be like, "Dirty Dancing." And once I hear I'd be like, that'd be the succession of events on that one. You never seen Dirty Dancing? Oh, honey. Be my little baby, my. Oh, shit. Be my little darling. Oh, shit. No, you gotta understand, my sister works third shift, so she's sleeping right now. So, otherwise, I would. Yeah. If I remember, I'll ask her tomorrow because I'm kind of curious now too. I know she also likes the movie Watership Down. I don't know if it'd be like in her favorites though. Um, you gotta understand, even though my sister watches certain movies, she's not a real big movie watcher. She'll watch certain ones and everything. Like she actually watched Ready or Not, and that sometimes my sister will throw movies at me and be like, "Oh yeah, I watched that," and I'm just like, "What?" Like Ready or Not was one that like I was not ready for. You know, she was just like, "Ready or Kobo, your poor mother, her house is getting inundated with all those secondhand DVDs." Okay, awesome, fantastic. Let me guess, you must be with them. Oh no, nothing on the channel. Okay, whatever. Did you say insinuated or inundated? What the fuck is inundated? I mean, I know I'm not. I know sometimes I'm not the brightest one, but overwhelmed, flooded, swamped. Got it. And you're obviously somebody who doesn't fucking follow the channel because you would know my mom doesn't even live here. So thanks for playing. All right. How are you gonna fucking okay? No, we're not doing that. That's like the other night, like fucking first comment. You suck at this game. We're here to help. Like, all right. Can't come in here and just be like, your poor mom's house. Fucking like Ghost World's cool. No, that's no. That's not how you do that. No, don't try to fucking. Okay, let's just. Hey, they know whose house. How they know whose house it may? They don't. It's fucking YouTube. They make up whatever story they want to make up. Trust me, I've learned. They don't give a damn about the truth. They're just gonna make up whatever story they want to make up. Give a fuck. He does. He does sell VHS. He had Laserdisc there for a little bit, but he just recently got rid of them because they weren't selling well. But yeah, he sells VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, of course, 4K, cassette, CD, vinyl, and yeah, that's it. That's all the media's right there. He sells all that used, and then he sells like the brand new Criterions, the brand new Kino Lorber, Arrow, Vinegar Syndrome. He sells all those brand new. Every now and then he'll get some used, and those usually go pretty quick. You know, like yeah, I think Friday he had like 4 Insane Clown Posse CDs, and those gone, went out the door quick with people. I was like, damn. That's a long-winded way of saying yes, but yeah, he sells VHS. Well, he's on fucking Instagram if you want to fucking just follow him for shiggles. I know you don't live in the same state, but if you just want to follow him for shiggles. But the way he put it was essentially he's a landlord and he put fucking Laserdisc in the store and those tenants have to pay rent. Laserdisc wasn't paying rent. So I don't think he's going to get him back. I would kill to have a Laserdisc player. Because, like, I've never watched a movie on Laserdisc personally. So, like, I would kill to have a Laserdisc player, man. Because, like, the last time I saw that he had Laserdisc in the store, he had some cool ones, man. Like, he had Muriel's Wedding, which I thought was pretty cool. He had Quiz Show with fucking Robert Redford and everything. Quiz Show is a great fucking movie based off the 50s 21 scandal. Was a fucking great film, even though it's a little factually inaccurate and shit. But it's still good. It's still a great movie. You know, yeah, that he had like a Star Trek, The Next Generation laser disc, everything. They went $150. See, and that's another thing, man. Fucking Goodwill getting too big for their own ass, man. I swear, man. Like Goodwill used to be like, wow, man, this fucking old board game is like $2. Sweet, I'm gonna buy it. Now you go in that same board game that you found for like $2, like fucking what 8 years ago. Now they want like $9 for it or $15, and I'm like, no. You know, like this right here. Look, this is a I think 63. 64. This is a 1964 Jeopardy. I paid fucking $1.88 for it. You know, nowadays, if you walk into like a Goodwill and find this, they're gonna charge you fucking like $8 for it. You know? Hey, Jax. The last VHS player I saw at Goodwill was $8. No, that's not true. $15. $15. That's why, like, I don't. I think I have 2 VHS players, and I use them very seldomly because I don't want anything to happen to them right now. See, just hi Erica, hi Jax, no fucking I love you, big hugs and everything. No, nothing. Just Taylor gets that fucking treatment. I like thrift stores, but not the Goodwills. I used to really like. Now I'll stop at Goodwill just like every now and then. I used to stop there a lot, but like now I just stop there every now and then. But because like now, like I said, I think they've gotten too big for their own ass, man. Like especially like if I go like a game like this, like these type of party games and everything. Again, like when I was like heavy into the board games, like going there and everything, finding them, they were like $2, $2, $3, sometimes $4 max. When you find this shit. Now, if I go in there and find something just like this, they want like $8. I saw one the other day. It was like a game like this, like one of those party games and everything. They wanted $14 fucking dollars. And I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here, Goodwill? We're like, yeah, the Drawing with Dignity, which was $4.99. If this was like fucking when I was heavy into the board games and everything, this would have been $2. All right, Eric. But bye, Jax. And of course, no Death Punch again. Fucking starting to think he doesn't love us anymore. He's probably busy with family. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's your lover. I forgot. You want to protect them. All right, if Erica's not gone too long, I guess I'll wait for her to get back, and then we'll kick it off. Oh, there's Erica. Hey, all right, let's get going, man. All right, I showed it last night, but Deadpool. I'll be honest. I didn't. I went into Deadpool not thinking I was gonna like it. I was like, yeah, he's a smart ass and fucking, I get it, but like, I honestly didn't think I was gonna like Deadpool, and I was pleasantly surprised, especially with the opening sequence. I love the opening sequence. Like, okay, I didn't bring enough bullets for everybody. Now you guys are gonna have to share, and like, I thought that was fucking tremendous opening. And you're fucking nuts if you're not feeling the second one. The second one's amazing. I don't know what drugs you're on to where you're not feeling the second one, but I think the second one's like the best of the fucking three, really. I like the movie. I just don't care about Ryan Reynolds. Damn, Ryan Reynolds catching the stray tonight. Yeah, okay, let me do the other one I showed last night too. You know, I consider this the fucking Men in Black fucking duology. Listen, the third one was good. You know, when I first saw it, I was like, you know, this is actually pretty decent, but like, there is no way I just can go back and watch that fucking movie now. I mean, there's a couple funny jokes and shit in there, but like, I don't know. When it comes to like rewatching the Men in Black movies, I just stop it too. You know, I remember I had the sunglasses from the kids' meal toy. Fuck. Never watched past two. I mean, like I said, third one, the first time you watch it, you're gonna be. I called the ending the fucking first time I watched it. I was like, this is about to happen, isn't it? And I was like, fuck. You know, and I was just like, why are they doing that? And then they announced the Men in Black 21 Jump Street crossover movie. And you know what? I was kind of on board for it. I was like, that sounds like a fucking fun idea. And they were just like, no Will Smith, no Tommy Lee Jones, though. And I was like, all right, it still might be a fun time, though. And they're just like, all right, what about Men in Black International? And I was just like, why don't you just kick me in the nuts? You know, why don't we just do that instead? You know, I think I just recently watched like part one, like fucking, I'm gonna say like at least like fucking 5 months ago, something like that. I know it was very recent. I watched one of these. I don't know, but I don't know. Just after like letting part three digest for a few years, I'm just like, I don't think I can go back and rewatch part three anymore. You know? Let's see. Let's do something obscure, shall we? The Tin Man, the Sci-Fi Channel retelling of the Wizard of Oz. Now, you guys know how I fucking feel about the Wizard of Oz and how I'm just fucking over it. And when they announced like a new version with Zoe Deschanel playing Dorothy and Alan Cumming in here, Neil McDonough playing the fucking gunman, which I'm just like, what? No, the Tin Man. I'm sorry, not the gunman. What the fuck am I talking about? You know, I watched this and it's actually quite good. So if you want like a different take on Wizard of Oz, if you're tired of this fucking, you know, oh, the house fell on her and now she follows the yellow brick road when she could have fucking just tapped her heels right then and there and then fucking poof, been home. Um, Fucking this is what you want to watch. You know, they're usually pretty cheap. You can usually find these pretty cheap. Like I got mine for $2.49. You know, I got mine pretty cheap. Let's see here. What else is in here? Oh, okay, Elijah. Here's that 2-pack I was telling you about. When that guy put up all the 2-packs, I was just like, "Fuck, I don't have that one." Because I've only seen the ending of one of the movies, and I don't even remember which one it was. But I was like, I'll be damned, I do have this fucking 2-pack. Hot Shots and Hot Shots Part 2. Great set of movies. I remember one joke from the movie, and I don't remember who did it, but like somebody blows their nose into a handkerchief, and they give the handkerchief back, and it's just like a ball of fucking snot, like in the handkerchief. I remember that, and I remember the chicken on the fucking bow and arrow as it's on the cover. That's it. I don't remember a single fucking thing from anything else in these fucking movies. You know? But I found out later that Ryan Stiles from the Drew Carey show, he's in both of these. which I'm just like, fuck, Ryan Stiles is in me. I gotta fucking watch these because I wish Ryan Stiles did more movies, man. Like I always thought that like fucking back in the 90s, I think they could have threw Ryan Stiles and Diedrich Bader on the fucking big screen and they could have been like a good comedy team, kind of like a fucking Chris Farley and David Spade, but they never did that. But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised when fucking searching through the bag and I was like, well, son of a bitch, I do have this. Hey Taylor. Taylor's been showing up more than Death Punch lately. What the fuck? Oh, I know we've talked about this one before, so just to get it in there. Bowling for Columbine. My dad's dead, so that's why I'm here. Thanks for bringing us all down. You're welcome. I've been wanting the Criterion version of this too, because I actually like this movie and everything. All right, anyway. Okay, you know what? When it comes to fucking first seasons of TV shows and everything, a lot stick out to me. Like to me, I think Desperate Housewives' first season is probably one of the best seasons of television out there. Lost, another one. I think it's probably one of the best seasons of television that really stick out. And I think one, like at the time, it was really big when it came out. The first season was very fucking talked about. And I think now it's kind of gone away with time. Like when people talk about like iconic shows and everything, the first season of the show kind of gets swept under the rug, and I don't understand why. And I think it really needs to be talked about more. And I happen to have it on DVD. You never watched Survivor? Well, it's not fake per se. Um, there's a lot, you know. Wow. Because, like, to me, there's always a discussion of like who plays the game best and everything, and I always say Richard Hatch. I'm like, he's the first winner. He's the first one that had to figure out how to play the fucking game and win the game. Like, yeah, there's been fucking 49 other fucking winners other than Richard Hatch, or technically 49 other seasons, I should say, and different winners because some people have won twice. And I'm just like, fucking, you can't say that Richard Hatch is not one of the fucking best players because he's the first one that had to figure it all out and shit, you know? I don't have a lot of fucking. This is the only season of Survivor I have on DVD just because it was such a fucking. You don't understand. After filming for the day, they went back to their hotel room. Not entirely true. There's some truth to that. I don't know. There's a lot of gray area with it, man. But like, here's the thing with these seasons. Like, I found this for fucking $5.99 at my store. Okay, which okay, great deal, man. $5.99 for the first season, everything like that. Whenever I try and find, how you go to Amazon and you're just like, oh man, I'm looking for this movie on Amazon. You go to Amazon and the brand new price is fucking $19.99. And you're just like, fucking A, I don't really have $19.99 though. Let me see if somebody's selling it used. So you click on the fucking movie and somebody's selling it used for like $12.99. You're like, man, I'm saving $7 if I buy the one at $12.99. So you buy the one at $12.99. Okay, my point is that people fucking usually sell them cheaper on Amazon. For some reason, like 90% of the fucking Survivor series that they have released on fucking DVD, there's never like a fucking sale on them. There's never anybody like selling them cheaper. No, like they come out at like $34.99 a pop, you know, and they never like whenever you try and say, hey, is somebody selling one? Oh, there is somebody selling one for $34.98. Oh, praise him in all his mercies. You know, that I would own more of these because I was a big fucking Survivor fan for a while. Like first season, I watched religiously. You know, and if I couldn't watch it, I taped the motherfucker. You know, the second season, loved it. Third one is when I felt it started to get a little boring when they did Survivor Africa. But now, every now and then, I will just pick out a season on Paramount Plus that like I've never seen before, and I will fucking sit and watch the whole season. I'll get really into it and shit. You know, I always go through like I go up and down with my little Survivor phase. You know, but oh yeah, like I said, I would have more of these if like there were sales on them and shit. But what do we got here? Let's time is it? 6:41. 7:00. We'll do one of the fucking boxes if you guys remind me. All right. Countdown. It's a horror movie. Has anybody ever been to deathclock.com? Really? You never seen deathclock.com? Deathclock.com was a website back in the day you go to and you type in your birthday and you hit enter and shit, and it would tell you the date you're going to die and shit. You know? This is essentially like a updated version of that, except it's an app. Here. Fuck it, I can't believe you've never seen this. Hold on. Let me see if it's still around. Hold on. Death Clock. Oh my God. It is. Okay. I can't believe this is still around. Okay, so you put in your birthday. So let's say your birthday, fucking May 8th, fucking 1993. That's your birthday, right? Sex, you're a male. Do you smoke? You're not a smoker. Oh, they added all this shit. BMI. We'll say your BMI is 28. Fuck it. Let's go. Outlook. Let's see. Our fucking male who was born in 1993. They're optimistic. Fuck it. Alcohol consumption. Maybe 2 to 4 times a month. They go out and have a drink every now and then. You know. Country. Fucking Iran. No. USA. Include fitness and diet. I feel like we should do that. Oh, BMI. Well, fuck. Let's use my fucking weight, which is what did I weigh myself today? 229. So we'll use 230. What's 6 feet? And hey Siri, what's 6 feet in centimeters? So say 180. Well, look at that. We'll just kilos. I don't know how many fucking kilos. I'll calculate. Oh, okay. We have calculated your BMI. Oh, my bad. Okay, I get it. Hey Siri, what's 6 feet in inches. Nope, that wouldn't make sense either. Okay, let's here. And no, we're gonna get this right, damn it. All right, there it is. 32. I was like, something ain't right there. All right. All right. BMI is 32. Okay, here we go. All right. Submit. Um, Friday 1st, Friday, November 1st, 2080 is when this person would die. So basically, this movie is like the updated version of that. It's an app instead of a website. Um, and it's about this girl who's trying to beat the clock and everything, and they find out the app is evil, and it's actually fucking very fucking fun. It's a popcorn flick, as they like to say. You know, um, it's just something you can just kick back and watch. Not meant to be taken seriously. You know, I'd suggest it if you like a good fucking just this is PG-13, right? Yeah, if you like this like fucking PG-13 quote unquote horror flicks, I definitely check out fucking Countdown. It's what I like to call a rocking good time. Oh. Speaking of horror, VHS is like the fucking sleeper franchise that like is just sliding under that radar. I feel like more people should know about it than they do. And I haven't got to see the newest one yet. My favorite one, believe it or not, is a fucking what was it, 85, I believe. VHS 85. That's been my favorite one. Wow, Erica's seen VHS. Going back to that analogy like I had with David and everything. If you were telling me to bet on it before fucking, I would have bet it all on fucking like Erica has never even heard of this fucking movie, let alone seen it and shit. Fuck, I would have lost money on that one. I've seen the trailer at the theater, never watched it. It's fun. It's different segments that are found on a VHS, and there's like a wraparound story. It does a really cool wraparound story, like the good old days, and everything. And there's sequels. There's VHS, VHS 2, VHS Viral, which kind of defeats the purpose, but whatever. Then there's other one like VHS 85. It has like to me one of the fucking best stories in the whole series, in my opinion. They just did one recently, VHS Beyond, which is like their dive into sci-fi. But yeah, it's a really fucking fun series. I think that was another game. I'm down here playing Power Wash Simulator, just watching the fucking series as I'm playing the game. It's a real fucking easy series to fucking sit down and watch and everything. It's like horror movies are your thing and everything. Like Erica, she's like, I can't believe I'll watch this alone. Like, for her, probably not a kick back and relax type of horror movie, but like if it's her genre and everything, it's one you can pop in and probably have a good time with. Let's do. Oh, let's get this one out the way because I'm sure you two haven't seen it. I don't know. Maybe Elijah with this one, considering what happens in this movie. But I've talked about this movie before. The Reader, where Kate Winslet plays a woman who essentially a Nazi on the run, and she's on trial for crimes of a Nazi, and man, that's a big plot twist. I can't say that, but anyway, well, during that time, we turned out she's having an affair with a very young boy, like 14, and she keeps having him read books to her and shit. And it's a very fucking. I actually read the book, And I'm very proud of that to this day. Like, there's not very fucking books out there that I read the book and then saw the movie. You know, never heard of it. Wow, because there's fucking and there's titties all throughout the first third of the movie, I should say. It dries up towards the middle and shit. The book I had to put down a couple of times when reading because like that's how steamy it gets. The movie almost recreates that pretty fucking well, but like the book, it's just like, okay, let me go run some cold water on this real quick, and we'll get back to the story. You know, but the first third of the book is basically, you laugh, I'm fucking dead fucking serious. The first third of the book is basically Kate Winslet's character and this guy just fucking. How they met and how they fuck and how she teaches them to fuck. And like, oh, we can fuck again after you read to me. Like, that's essentially the first third of the book. Okay? And like how he wants to have a relationship with her, the first third of the book. Okay? Middle of the book, court case. Okay? Um, you know, I can't say how she's found guilty, but just know she's found guilty. I don't want to spoil that big plot twist, but just know she's found guilty. That's the whole fucking middle of the book, and that takes place while like homeboy here is in law school, and then finally the last third of the book is Kate Winslet's character in fucking jail, and like they write letters back to each other, and while writing letters / sending packages, she actually learns how to read and shit. And I just spoiled the big plot twist. I'm not very good at this, but anyway, it's actually a really good movie. You should really check it out. What he reads like books from school and shit. I think he reads like a Shakespeare tour at one point. You know. But this is the first time I ever got to sit in a theater and watch a fucking movie and was just like, that didn't happen that way in the book. Oh no, that I actually got specific. I was like, that wasn't that color in the book. It was green. Like, I got like that fucking into it in the theater and everything. I was so proud in a way because like I've always heard it as like book the movie people, like the book is better, or like that didn't happen in the book. I've always heard of that and shit. And like for one time, I got to be one of those fucking people, and I was never more fucking happy in my life. Let's see here. This is a movie that like I don't understand why people didn't like. I dug it. I dug the first movie and I dug this one. Wonder Woman 1984. I don't understand why they stopped making Wonder Woman movies. I don't understand why people didn't like it. I had a fun time watching it. I did think the only thing that really bugged me with the movie, I thought the villain was really fucking corny. I was just like, she's fucking turning into a cat. What the fuck are we doing? That was the only thing about it. The action in it was cool. I thought it was fine. Maybe I don't know. Maybe what is it? Is it rose tinted glasses? That fucking because like I don't know. Maybe because I waited so long to have Wonder Woman movies that like maybe that's why I liked it. I don't know because I liked the first one a lot too. Cheetah. That was her name, Cheetah. Good thing I have another box prepared just in case, because we're going through these quicker than I thought I was going to. Oh yeah, we're going through these way quick. Um, eh. Batman versus Ninja Turtles. You know, I watched an animated movie many moons ago called Batman versus Dracula. And, to be honest, with a title like Batman versus Dracula, I don't know what I was expecting from that to begin with. But I'll be honest, I didn't like what I got regardless. So when I see Batman versus Ninja Turtles, I'm going to have some fucking doubts. I'm like, this can't be this can't be good, can it? And strangely, it fucking rocks hard. I'm not gonna lie. Hence the copy here. It's still sealed only because I watched it streaming first and then found it at Walmart for $5. You gotta understand, a lot of my DVD purchases are just like, people rely on that fucking streaming and digital, and like fucking, I'm gonna have a backup. Like I've said 100 times before, I'll stream shit. I don't give a damn. It's convenient, but like one day I'm gonna go to streaming. I really want to watch fucking Batman versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That sounds like a cavalcade of fun right now, and no one's gonna fucking have it, but I will. Which, oh yeah, going back to Elijah's idea of fucking, he wanted to do live high movie commentary, which I'm like, all right. And I thought of a good movie that would fucking work for that, But I was like, the only way I think that'd be fun is like if we're all kind of watching the movie. So like I'm like, all right, we're all like, I'm high, I'm watching the movie, I'm giving my takes / stories on it, my jokes, whatever. I pause it when I need to and everything, and I can tell people like, hey, pause here, we pause, whatever. The problem was when I looked up the movie, the only place you could watch the movie was on Fandango for $3.99. And I was like, fuck, man, because like the movie would work perfect. That movie was Mannequin with Andrew McCarthy and Kim Cattrall. I was like, I would be so down for the live commentary idea if it were Mannequin. Because like I may have told this before, but I watched the Mannequin one time drunk, and I thought it was way fucking funnier drunk than I have ever fucking watched it before. So I'm just like, I wonder how the movie plays high. So all right, it's 6:58. I'm going to show you. All right, I got 2 sets tonight. Do you want to see number 1 or number 2 first? Oh, Erica's the tiebreaker. There is no 3. 1 or 2. Oh, I only watch good animated movies. Sorry. 1. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys this one right here. The One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest special edition, which I'm glad you guys picked 1 first. All right. So check this out. So it comes with the patient file right here and has everybody's names on there. And I believe inside are fucking the photos, right? Yeah, it has photos. So there's Nicholson, DeVito, Louise Fletcher, Big Chief. Don't you want to watch the game, Chief? Just raise your hand. Okay. Stephen Dorff and Christopher Lloyd. Right there. So you get all those nice photos in a nice little envelope. Get the set here. Big Chief rules. Don't you want to watch the game, Chief? Just raise your hand, Chief. Plus, you get this nice little book about the movie. And finally, you get the One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest deck of cards. And before you ask, no, it's not the deck that Nicholson has in the movie. I don't even... Do these feature the characters? They do. Just on the face cards, though. So, yeah, I used to go after these sets like all the time. Like I have a personal wish list that I used to have, and like it now it's like a wasteland. That's where I just keep like reminders to myself now. And I actually have a Citizen Kane. It's like a set like this in that wish list still. Would have been cool if they were to card. Yeah, but then it'd be like I think, and you know the reason why they can't do that, because if they sold nudie cards in this box set, it'd be like selling pornography. That's why they couldn't do it. Fun fact. Who here likes Reese Witherspoon? Don't we all like Reese Witherspoon? When you think Reese Witherspoon, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Legally Blonde. Only liked her in Cash. I assume you mean Walk the Line. Okay, that's fair. Is Erica familiar with Reese Witherspoon? So when you think Reese Witherspoon, what's the first thing that comes to mind? I liked her in the movie with the high school and the drugs. Election? Cruel Intentions. Cruel Intentions. Okay, Cruel Intentions. See, nobody ever brings up the first movie she ever did. Man in the Moon. Let me bring that closer to her. But also Benny and June. I mainly wanted to bring up Man in the Moon. I don't really remember much from Benny and June off the top of my head, but Man in the Moon was her first like big feature film, and it's about like a young girl who like quote unquote falls in love with somebody older than her and shit. And at first, it's like a cute little love story, but then like shit happens, and there's like I don't know how to describe this movie off the top of my head, but um, if you've never seen Man in the Moon and you like Reese Witherspoon, I highly suggest. Plus, I think David Strathairn's in this for some reason. No, that's Sam Waterston. My bad. My bad. That's on me, big dog. Tractor, emotional. Oh my god, you have seen this movie? There are definitely no tits in this movie, so like I am amazed that you have seen this. That'd been one I would have bet I would have bet the farm on like never heard of it. I would have bet the farm on that one on that table. There's not even a side boob in. Oh yes, there is. I was like, there's not a fucking an ass, a fucking yeah, and yep, I remember the sister. Fuck. See, you even fucking clocked it. You're just like, yep, in the pond. Be right back. We keep. No, I'm not doing it for one person. Yeah, I guess I feel like we offended Death Punch, and I don't know about it, man. It's Father's Day. He's probably having a barbecue. It's oddly specific. Ugh. Just sit here in silence. Just wait for Erica. SmackDown's going to 2 hours long, not Raw. I mean, technically Raw's 2 hours. Fucking they go 2:20, 2:30, whatever. I am really getting to the point, but like me and Nick have been talking about, I am really getting to the point where like I am hating fucking WWE. You know, it's one thing where it's just like fucking, oh, I like this, but like, you know, this is pissing me off. But right now, I just look at everything and I'm like, they are pissing me off. Like that King and Queen of the Ring tournament started off so fucking promising, and like every fucking right decision they could have made in that goddamn tournament, they didn't do. You know? I'm like, this is a perfect fucking way to get Raquel versus Liv Morgan at SummerSlam, and they just fucking did not do it. And like, why Jey Uso is in the finals of the King of the Ring is fucking beyond me. This doesn't make a lick of goddamn sense. You know? They built up Jacob Fatu for those two matches like he was fucking unstoppable. Like he was goddamn Superman. And he fucking lost both times. What? Like, what the fuck are we doing here? And I know fucking anybody can say that. Anybody can armchair book, man. But like, goddamn, man. Like, when you're fucking presenting it to me as like a fucking television show, as you've been doing for the last like fucking 3 years, you know, when you're driving the bus to the right, I expect to go right. You can't go right and then go left and not have a reason why you're going left. You know, like go back and look at how they built up Jacob Fatu for those two fucking matches. You know, all signs point to like, fuck, Jacob, he's got his number. Jacob Fatu is going to fucking win. And then when he loses both matches, it's just like, did I make a wrong turn in Albuquerque or something? Did I miss an episode somewhere? Because like it just didn't, to me, it doesn't make logical goddamn. That's why I couldn't review Clash in Italy. I just couldn't physically fucking do it. And I don't think Night of Champions is going to be any fucking better. I know it's building up to something, that Danhausen shit, and like, to me at this point, it's just like, let's get there, man. Because whatever it is, I'm sure it's going to be disappointing. After Minihausen, like, I'm just like fucking. Because now we're back to the beginning of the game where he's just doing skits and he's not really wrestling. You know, that's fine if you want him to do skits and everything, but like, fuck, man. Like, I want to see fucking wrestling. You know? What match has he done since fucking the Minihausen match? Yeah, to my knowledge, I don't think he's done that on television. That is, I think he's doing house show shit and fucking, you know, whatever. But now I just feel like they're just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. They're just like, fucking Bloodline worked. Fucking we just need a story to fucking put all that shit back together. And fucking we'll be making money again. And it's just like, fuck, dude. You know? Like, I'm pretty sure that if LA Knight does not win Money in the Bank this year, he should just fucking leave. At this point. If he doesn't walk away with Money in the Bank this year, he should just pack his shit that night and walk away and never come back. At least to WWE. He can go somewhere else. I don't give a shit. But 90s and early 20s was great. Now wrestling has taken a backseat. Now it's all about the entrances. I'm okay with big flashy entrances. That's cool. You know, storylines, you gotta have a fucking story. I'm cool with that and everything. But like the problem is, one of the new problems are, I mean, y'all hear me bitch about it all the time when I do the watch alongs, but like I don't get why I'm paying X dollars a month for ad free, yet I gotta watch a 3-minute commercial break between every fucking match. Doesn't make sense to me. Okay. Um, I've grown used to the branding thing now. It's like it's kind of like introducing a new character to a fucking TV show or like a background character. It's fucking at first you're like this is weird, but then it's just fucking it's there. It's like a new background setting. You know what I mean? Like instead of just a ring now, they've added fucking a fresh coat of paint, and it's just at first it's weird, and then it's just fucking whatever. It's there now. You know. So at first the ads bothered me. It's when they work their way into the storyline, like that fireball ladder bullshit. You know, when they work their way into the storyline, that's when I start to get a little fucking annoyed with the ads. You know? I'm watching you on my TV, so I may not comment. All right, you're back at least. So we'll get going again. All right, we got some class. How about a classic? 3 classics. Okay. I know I have all 3 of these laying around the house somewhere, but like I found it for $5 for all 3 movies in the trilogy. When people think trilogies, they usually think, you know, New Hope, Empire, Jedi. You know, they usually think fucking Back to the Future 2 and 3, you know, all 3 of those, you know. And I think one day when people think trilogy, they're going to think of this. Friday. Oh, fuck off with your Matrix. I'm sorry. Like, I remember going to Walmart. This is honestly, God, how I found out about a second movie coming out. Because, like, you know, the first one came out in what, 94? You know, or 95, one of those two. And, you know, and at the time, yeah, you know, you gotta understand, like, more than likely back in the day when they did sequels, man, they usually came out like 1 to 2 years later, man. Now, you know, now they're just making sequels of shit that came out like fucking 45 years ago. And we're just like, oh, yeah, I remember that shit. I was literally at Walmart one day and I was looking through CDs and I came across a CD. I came across a CD called Next Friday. And I was like, oh, this must be. My thought was like, you know, sometimes they do like fucking music and it's like, oh, and then more music. I thought that's kind of like what it was. I thought it was like the Friday soundtrack. So the next Friday, that's what I thought. This another soundtrack just called something else. And turns out it was the soundtrack for the new movie. I was like, oh fuck, there's a new Friday movie? What the fuck? That's how I found out the second movie was coming out. And then after that, that's when I had the internet and fucking I was able to follow up with the third one and everything. Friday After Next may have came out in 99, but I know damn. Hey Siri, when did the first Friday movie come out? 1995. Yeah, I knew. And 99 may have been Friday After. No, Friday After Next was 2001. Damn. He gonna cry in the car. I've watched Next Friday like probably more than any of them. You know, I mean, I admit that Friday, the first one, was the best, but I think, oh, Matrix. Oh, okay. Fuck, listen, Matrix 1 is passable, I guess. You know, if you get it. The first time I watched it, I didn't get it. And the second time I got it, I kind of understood it more. I was like, okay, fucking real, okay, yeah, okay, got it. Then the second one came out, and I've never seen a more boring fucking fight scene in my life. At first, it was entertaining, but like when the fight scene crosses like 12 minutes, and it's just like, fuck, can we fucking do something else now? You know? And then the third one, I was just like, this is just horseshit. Like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? You know? I didn't even fucking watch the fourth one. That Revolution bullshit. I watched the Animatrix. That took time out of my life I'll never get back. There was only like two of them in there that were any fucking good. You know? You know, HBO once had a television show. They actually dipped into the actual sitcom business. Some sites list Sex in the City as a sitcom, but I really wouldn't count it as a sitcom. Um, but they actually tried their luck with this Lucky Louie, which was based off the stand up of now infamous um, comedian Louis C.K. And uh, it's a great show. To me, it was hysterical because like it was a sitcom that aired on HBO, so like they could say whatever they wanted. So it wasn't your typical sitcom. It had a laugh track and everything like that, but you know, there's episodes about being caught in the bathroom, jerking off and everything. There's fuck shit ass bitch. It's a very funny show. Um, who else is in here? I know Louis C.K. of course, but who plays his wife? Oh, I can't remember. And there's like another comedian who plays like his friend and shit. You know? Yeah, think of like an R-rated sitcom essentially. It's a lot of fun. Whenever I see these on eBay now, they're asking like $18 for these. 18, $25, and I'm like, the fuck? It's like 13 episodes. That's another thing, man. Like everybody think they got fucking gold. Now that physical media is making a comeback, people trying to sell Blu-rays for like $100 and shit. I don't know if you saw that GIF I left on the physical media group, but somebody in that group was trying to sell their Holes, the Shia LaBeouf movie, the Holes Blu-ray for $100. I just left a gift that was just like, we're living in a sick world, living with sick people. I'm just like, fucking $100 for fucking Holes on Blu-ray. And plus, they showed the back of the Blu-ray. They took away all the fucking features on the DVD. So what the fuck? And you want $100 for that? This movie's my secret shame. See Spot Run with David Arquette. You never saw it. Oh, man. Never seen it, never heard of it. Oh my god. I heard a rumor about this movie that like they knew if they released this movie, worldwide, it was gonna take over the number one spot, worldwide. Like it would be Titanic at the time. So they actually released it in less theaters so it would prevent that. And David Arquette was just like, yeah, I get that. So fun fact. Take it home, chew it. You like it. But it's a fun family flick with David Arquette. It's a dog movie. It's a fun dog movie. Let's just put it like I think Anthony Anderson in this one too. Nothing beats Titanic. Oh yeah, ask Avatar. Yeah, Anthony Anderson. Yeah, he was. Now I wish I got a wider release to take. Something took down Titanic. It was Avatar, which, as a filmmaker, James Cameron directed Titanic. Okay. And when he made Titanic, it went on to become the highest grossing film of all time at that time. Okay. In 1997. All right. For 10 years, other big blockbuster movies would come out and some would crack the top 10, but no movie was ever able to beat fucking Titanic up until 10 years later when a movie came out about a fucking race of blue people or some shit. I don't know. I didn't watch the movie. And that movie, for some reason, came out and just blew up the record and everything and became the number one movie of all time, finally dethroning Titanic as number one. 10 years later, 2007, that movie came out. And the person who directed that movie, fucking James Cameron. And I always just found that mystifying. That, and the even better thing was, from 1997 to 2007, James Cameron didn't direct the fucking thing. It's like he took 10 years off because he was like, fuck, I'm number one. I don't need to do shit. And then after 10 years, he was just like, you know what? Let's see if I still got it. And he came in and just fucking fuck Titanic. Look, did it again, fuckers. See it another 10, you know? But I mean, right now, I think he fell in love with the Avatar thing and just, he could have, though. He could have just been like, Avatar, number one of all time. See you guys in another fucking 10 years. Waited another 10 years and came up with some other fucking, like, some other, like, bullshit fucking creature, or fucking, like, hot purple. And he figured out a way to do, like, all right, guys, this is 8D technology. Basically, like, you put on the glasses and it's going to be like the movie's playing right in front of you, and just fucking people come out and act the movie while you put on the glasses and shit. And that's going to be like the next big thing. He's going to fucking outbeat fucking Avatar in fucking next year. That's going to happen next year in 2027, because that'd be that'd be 20 years after fucking Avatar, if I'm not mistaken. So, that's what's going to happen next year. Just you wait and see. The long story short to it is that, like, I think James Cameron's a fucking baller that he was able to do that. Fucking directed a movie, 97, said, fuck it, taking time off. I don't need it. I made fucking boatloads of money. And then 10 years later, said, yeah, do it again. And then outdid himself. That's a baller move, man. You can hate Titanic all you want, man, but you have to respect that. He's not going to give me that, is he? You're a rat bastard, because you know I'm right. I just bought it because it was $5. I figured, why not? Joe Dirt 2. Beautiful. What is it? Beautiful Liar? Was it? Beautiful Loser. Sorry, Beautiful Loser. I'm fucking actually amazed this one came out. Sometimes you hear about those sequels that might happen. Like sequels you don't really fucking need. Like, oh my god, we're making Dirty Dancing 2. Like, why? Yeah, there's a part 2. Fuck the man. You want to know why you didn't hear about this movie? It was a Crackle original. This movie originally aired on Crackle first, and then got a DVD release. I mean, I'd have to watch it again, but like, it's nowhere near as memorable as the fucking first one. You know, again, but sometimes you hear fucking about sequels that like they're gonna. What's Crackle? Damn, you never even heard of Crackle. Crackle was like a free media app, you know, and it was kind of like Tubi before Tubi was like huge, essentially. You know, Crackle was they would have like shows that rotate out every month. You just have to watch ads and everything. And they did a few originals for a while. They had original shows, movies. Like earlier, I showed Dead Rising, the movie in here. The where's it at? Is it? No. This one. This is also a Crackle original. Dead Rising. They made these. This right here, I should say. But yeah, they were an app owned by. I don't know if it's is Crackle still around. Probably not. Is Crackle still available? Oh no, Crackle is no longer available. I'll be fucking damned. Okay, so it was an app, I should say. It was a free fucking streaming app that you could. Anyway, point being, it was a fucking Crackle original. Anyway, it was worth like watching it for free. It was worth me picking it up for $5 in the fucking $5 bin. You know, and plus it said the extended edition. So I was like, all right, well, this is shit that's probably not on Crackle. You know, so oh, fucking let's do it. Mortal Kombat. Okay. This one has Mortal Kombat Annihilation, and the web series Mortal Kombat Legacy. One of my guiltiest pleasures in life is fucking Mortal Kombat Annihilation. One of the best fucking memories I have. If you're just like, name a time when you're really happy, this would be one of them. My mom used to work in a department store, and sometimes I would go to the department store with her just to fucking be there. And well, obviously I can't just roam a department store all fucking day. So if the regional manager wasn't in town, which was quite a lot, they would shove me in the security room. They had a security room that obviously I don't need to explain to you what a fucking security room is, but it was almost just like like you'd see in like cartoons and shit. It had like all the fucking TV screens. It had VCRs and shit, back then. So it had like all the camera stuff at the store. So it was kind of cool. But they also had like one little fucking VCR and TV and shit like that. And also the department store also had a video store, like a rental there and everything. So I would come out of the fucking security room, walk around back onto the store floor, walk around to the video store, just get behind the counter, just and fucking walk back to the security room and just kick back and watch fucking videos in the security room until it was time to go. One day I took fucking I took Mortal Kombat Annihilation because it just came out. And I was like, fucking, let's watch Mortal Kombat Annihilation. And fucking, I don't know, ever since then, I know why it's bad. I get it. I was even reviewing it one time for a channel back in the day. And while I was reviewing it, I stopped and I was like, maybe I do hate this movie. But like it's fucking, you get to see all the characters that it's if you want to see like some of your favorite characters in Mortal Kombat, they're in here. Because like my favorite's Rain, and like he's not in the movie very long, but at least he's fucking in it. You know, like I was really hoping they'd use Rain in the second Mortal Kombat movie that they just did, but they didn't. You know, but yeah. One day I got going back to that. Like one day, the regional manager had an office at the store, so it was regional manager office. Outside of that was my mom's office, and then next to my mom's office was the auditor's office, like the fucking like people who take care of the money and shit. One day, my mom said she's gonna be in the office all day and shit, so come with me. So I was like, all right. So I rented some videos down at the Vistart video, and she was like, come with me. So she unlocks the regional manager office and sets up the VCR and VHS and TV in his office. I'm kicked back in the fucking regional manager's office just watching videos and shit all day. I was watching the fucking Royal Rumble from 1995 and Three Ninjas Knuckle Up. I was watching that shit. Save that one. We're actually almost done with this stack, believe it or not. You know what? When I saw the trailer for this, I didn't think I was gonna like the fucking movie. You know, I was just like, this is just fucking no, this isn't gonna work. But you know, I watched it. Good boys. And it's kiddie super bad. I mean, they're both rated R. But if you wanted a kid version of Superbad, this is it. It's super bad, but the kids are like what, fucking 12? You know? And that's not a knock against it. It was still a fun movie. But I'm just saying, if you wanted to watch Superbad and for some reason you wanted the characters to be like fucking 10 to 12, there you go. It's essentially what the fucking movie is. The highway part. No, the fucking when they're in the park. That's the part that fucking made me crack up. It's been a while since I've watched it, but I remember there's a what are they asking for drugs in the park? And something like they're asking for drugs. The whole Molly thing, I think, is in the park, in the playground. You're the one meeting kids at the fucking playground. I think that's what the line. I don't know. I can't remember, but that exchange, I think, is really good. You know, you guys probably, if you guys haven't seen this, I think you can watch it for free on YouTube. But I would highly suggest watching this. It's only like an hour long, but I have the DVD of it. But like, this is probably one of my favorite stand-up specials I've ever watched. Like, this is one that like I would go to school and repeat to people and shit because like it was funny to me and like, you know, change it up to where it sounds believable and shit. But if you've never heard of this, God, please go watch it. Jim Brewer's Hardcore. It is an amazing fucking stand-up special. I mean, like he does like if AC/DC did the Hokey Pokey, that's incredible. Oh god, the fucking. I used to, you know. Here's a fucking funny story. I wouldn't say it's funny, but he does this joke in this special where he's talking about like how they put this kid in the outfield, Tommy. They put him in the kid because nobody really wanted him to play, so they just put him in left field and forget about him and shit, right? So when me, Nick, Shelby, and everybody, we used to play fantasy wrestling and shit. And part of fantasy wrestling, you'd have to write promos and shit. As a character and everything. And I used to play as David Arquette. being that David Arquette didn't really have a full-time wrestling career, had to get really creative on what I could say with him and everything. So I'm just like, okay, what can I? Because like we would go back and forth. Like there was like nights where like there was one night me and Shelby went back and forth. I think for like 27 exchanges we counted, to the point where Shelby was just like, "Fuck this, I'm done." Like we still laugh about that sometimes, but uh, sometimes I would pick shit from like comedians and everything and just kind of turn it into fucking shit I could write about. And one came from here that oh, we used to put him in left field because we didn't care about anything. And I was just thinking one day, I was like, what can I say here? And I'm reading the promos against me, and I'm like, what can I pull from you? And I was like, okay, fucking, you're just treating me like just little David and everything. You just want to put me in left field, like you don't think I'm a threat. Yeah, I just started whipping shit around with this and everything, you know. Yeah, and like I said, I'm pretty sure this is free on YouTube now. Jim Brewer's Hardcore. I would definitely check this out tonight. Or if you just need a good laugh. I don't think we really need an explanation on why I own that. Although, despite Tina Fey, I do think the fucking movie is funny. I like fucking John Cena's like my safe word is keep going. I was just like, the fuck? That fucking cracked me up to this day and shit. Oh, you only saw the trailer, man. You're killing me, man. And I did like the role reversal in here. Tina Fey being the wild one and Amy Poehler being the nice little polite one and everything. But I prefer the other role reversal. I prefer Amy Poehler being the wild one and fucking Tina Fey being the nice little cute one. That's just me personally. Yeah, did we offend Death Punch or something? Does he not love us anymore? Is this like our breakup letter? What order? What are you talking about? Oh, okay. Okay. I'm going to need their new address. All right. All right. Sorry about that. I heard her talking about I have a delivery, but it's not going to get there till this time tomorrow. And I'm like, who the fuck is she talking to? So okay, apparently she was on the phone. House Bunny is funny. He's fine, just gaming most likely. So okay, yeah. So yeah, that sounds like he doesn't love us anymore to me. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Don't worry about it. It's cool. It's cool. Don't worry. It's cool. It's totally cool. Totally cool. But the cast on here is fine. It's fine. The cast on here with Anna Faris, Kat Dennings, Rumor Willis, Who's the one I'm missing? Emma Stone. How the fuck did I miss Emma Stone? Yeah, I found that oddly specific. I really would have been fucked up if you're just like he's having a family taco party. Emma has a deep voice. Plus Beverly D'Angelo's shit. Plus Beverly D'Angelo's in here, Christopher McDonald. Um, the cast of the Girls Next Door at the time. Colin Hanks is in here. Tyson Ritter of what is it? The All American Rejects. Is in here. He plays one of the frat boys. Um, and you know what the travesty about this movie is? If you go back and listen to the needle drops in this fucking movie, there's a lot of good needle drops in this movie. And this movie does not have an official soundtrack released. All right. And speaking of Colin Hanks, at one time, I would probably put this in my favorite fucking movies ever. Because at one time I got the flu and I had a VCR that whenever the tape went to, let's say, like if you fell asleep watching a tape, it would just go to the end, stop, rewind, and play again. It was a handy dandy fucking thing to have. Well, on the flu, I was so weak I couldn't get out of fucking bed and shit. So I was just like, fuck it, I put this movie in, which was a great movie, you know. I just put the movie in and I left it in the fucking VCR for 3 days, you know. But I enjoyed the movie, great cast and everything. And your sister ask her whatever. Yeah, okay, I'll do that. But Orange County. Not only was it auto rewind, it was a television VCR combo that had auto rewind. Never seen it. Wow. Because like Colin Hanks is in here, Jack Black in a great supporting role, John Lithgow as a dad, Monica Kena's in here for a small role. Who plays the mom? Catherine O'Hara. That's who I thought it was, but I wasn't for sure. Catherine O'Hara, John Lithgow. I don't recognize that name. But whatever happened to Colin Hanks? I don't know. Wasn't he just recently in something? Hey Siri, what was the last movie Colin Hanks was in? Okay, it says this. Okay, it says a movie called Nuremberg. I feel like it was something else though. But plus like the score of this movie, like the music that plays under this fucking movie is just great music to listen to. Like if there was like a way I could get like the isolated score on this fucking movie, it'd be fucking amazing. I've seen that a long time ago. Isn't it based on the Clockwork Orange? No. How young was? I mean, this was like right before School of Rock, Jack Black. I mean, like right before it really fucking took off. Like after Shallow Hal, right before fucking School of Rock. Because like when the movie came out, I had it on VHS for a while. Um, so this was 2002. Yeah, 2002. Okay, never mind. What do you have against 2002 Jack Black? What did he do to you? 2002 Jack Black is fucking real centered and everything. He's not fucking unhinged yet. I like 2002 Jack Black. School of Rock is good. I just watched it so many times where I'm just like, it's lost all meaning to me. That should be a top 20 list. Fucking 20 movies I've watched that lost all fucking meaning to me. He was 33 in 02. Okay. He doesn't play a teenager in this movie, I think. Man, I haven't watched this in so fucking long. I mean, you know, when you watch it for 3 days on repeat, he wasn't obese. So because he didn't have fucking heart disease, you don't want to fucking watch him? This is one of his fucking better works, in my opinion. Oh, looks good. Okay. I don't know what we're doing here now. Because first it was just like, how young is Jack Black in the movie? Oh, in the movie. I thought we were actually talking about Jack Black, not the character. That's where I was lost. Um, well then on that note, doesn't say. I might have to watch this. I have to keep that out. I might have to go watch that. Here's a unique one. I don't know if people have seen that, but Life After Beth. No, I'm telling you, he was 32 when he was in that movie. Okay, and shortly turned to. Okay, all right, because it said how young was Jack Black in the movie, so I didn't know if you meant the character. That's what I was getting confused. Okay, I get it now. All right, I'm with you. You've seen Life After Beth. I was at Goodwill, and I found whenever I go to Goodwill now, if I find like a portable DVD player with a fold out screen and shit, and it's like $8 or some shit, I'll fucking buy it. You know, like fucking, I don't give a damn. Is this a zombie movie? Kind of, sorta. You know, it's like imagine like Shaun of the Dead type of shit. I think if you like Shaun of the Dead, you'll like this. Yeah, and Aubrey Plaza's in it. Molly Shannon, John C. Reilly. Oh, I think I watched it. Okay. But one day I'm at Goodwill and I find a portable fucking DVD player. It was like fucking $4. Plugged it in there and worked just fine. So I was fucking for $4, I'm taking this motherfucker. You know? Right next to it was this. You know, and I just looked at it and I was just like, I read what the movie. I was like, man, that actually sounds pretty fucking bomb. So I put in the disc, I plugged it in, saw that it worked. I'm like, you're coming home with me. And I was like, you are too. And I took both these motherfuckers with me. Okay, after hearing who's in it, I haven't seen it. Yeah, Aubrey Plaza, Dane DeHaan, Molly Shannon, and John C. Reilly. Trying to the fucking font on here. Trying to see if there's like any other stars that are not on the front. I'll be honest, I don't watch this movie a lot. I probably haven't sat through the whole movie again since I probably first watched it. But there's one scene in this movie that like sometimes I just go and watch. But I have a DVD of the movie just in case. You never know, shit happens. Her with Joaquin Phoenix and Scarlett Johansson. Her is an awesome movie. I highly recommend. Fuck, I can't read the movie. I know he fucks the AI in that one scene. Is there actual nudity, though? Because I'm half surprised that you've seen this one. Okay, he's not correcting me on nudity, so I assume that there is none. But the part that I always tend to go back and watch, because like when I first watched it, it's the part that really stuck out to me, and that's the goodbye scene with him and what was the fucking AI's name? Uh, Fuck, I forgot the AI's name. 8 o'clock. Um, but there's that scene where she's fucking spoiler alert for the movie people, but the AIs just all get together and fucking leave towards the end of the movie, and um, they have this fucking conversation that is just fucking really fucking deep, and I think I used the portion. If I can't remember, I have to look at the book, but I used the portion of it for Between Dreams and Waking, and that is like, if you ever get there, come find me. Or I use something akin to it, just to like loosely. I don't want to directly rip it off. You know. All right, the last two here. Or I guess last ones, the American Pie movies. Listen. Okay. Part one, American Pie. All right. Oh, sorry, over here. Part one, American Pie. Now people are trying to retro cancel that fucking movie. And I'm just like, here we go again, man. Okay. Um, it's a fine movie. I will say, like, if you watch it too many times, it kind of loses its fucking meaning. And, like, it's almost to that point with me. It's been a long time since I've gone back and rewatched it. The same with American Pie 2. Don't get me wrong. I remember loving American Pie 2. Me, my buddy Justice, and we had another friend that we don't really mention that often because we kind of broke away from him, or he broke away from us, depending on how you want to look at it. But we had a third one, Eric, and like me, Eric, and Justice, we would watch American Pie 2 and just fucking laugh our ass off. Especially like at the fucking like the hand job scene. Like, unless we get some hand jobs. But it's been a long time since I've watched American Pie 2. American Wedding, I think I think is probably a really good sequel. You know? And I don't care how people want to fucking frame it or whatever they want. The fourth American Pie movie, Bandcamp, believe it or not, I think is actually fucking a rocking good sequel. Going into it, you think like this is just going to be direct to video fucking garbage. But like I came out of it like, oh fuck, that's a lot of fun. I find myself like, okay, let me watch the American Pie movies, and you would think like, oh, we're gonna skip this. No, we ain't skipping this one, homie. This one's actually a lot of fun. You know. Now Naked Mile is like, okay, it's good, but all right, you know, it's kind of like when you see your kid doing something, like, all right, you're done, like it was good, but fucking stop, okay. Beta House is just like, all right, you're getting cute, okay, like fucking Book of Love was just, look at all the fucking cameos we can get the movie. Like throw a brick in that fucking movie. You're gonna hit somebody that got a cameo. Brett Michaels, fucking Eugene Levy, and I think in Vanilla Ice in there. I want to say Vanilla Ice is in the fucking movie. And then the real fucking eighth movie, American Reunion. Believe it or not, I was kind of underwhelmed by that. You know, I was really expecting a lot more from it, especially from the guys who made Harold and fucking Kumar. So I was really expecting a lot from it, and I really left that movie unsatisfied. It wasn't for me. And this one over here, originally released on Netflix, the American Pie Girls Rule. Um, there's actually some fucking funny moments in there. It's nowhere near as good. I'd put it above fucking. I'd put it above Naked Beta House and Book of Love, maybe. I'd put it above. No, fuck it. I'd put it above Naked Mile too. I think that's how much fun it is because there's some funny gags in there. Because the first American Pie was about them losing their virginity and shit. This is kind of that, but from a girl's perspective. American Pie from the girl's perspective, and so there's some funny gags in there, So it's not the best, but it's not the greatest either, or it's not the worst, but it's not the greatest either. That's what I meant to say. Sorry, you know. And just for shiggles, I'll mention that here. We have a store here that I mentioned before. I've shown you some of the tags here tonight, but we have a store here called Stuff, and they sell DVDs and Blu-rays and shit. But here's the hold on a sec. All right, sorry. Why'd they stop making them? Because of Girls Rule. Girls Rule wasn't favorable by like fucking anybody. Like I said, it's not the best one. Like I'd probably stop watching. I'd watch the original 3, Bandcamp and Reunion. I'd watch those. Probably say fuck the rest. Maybe watch Girls Rule if I were just like, all right, fuck it, let me just watch it for shiggles. If I were to sit and rewatch them. Like I said, Naked Mile, I watched and I was like, all right, that was good, but like, fuck, okay, just stop. Like you got lucky. Beta House was just like, come on, dude. Like really stop while you're ahead. But anyway, that stuff, everything in the store that's priced, if it's there 30 days, it becomes, if it's there for, no, I'm sorry, if it's there for 60 days, it becomes 50% off after a certain date. Okay? If it's there for 90 days, it becomes 80% off. So I came in and saw all the seasons of this show except for one. And I was like, fuck, I can just pick that up later, from somewhere else. But they wanted like fucking, what was it? What's the original price on these? They wanted $9 a season. I was like, I am not paying $9 a season for a show that I vaguely remember watching. Okay. Came in and they were in the 50% off bin. And even at 50% off, I'm like, $450? I was like, no thanks. I was like, somebody's gonna snag them up at $450. I'm not gonna worry about it. couple weeks went by. I get off of work. I stop in. Or no, it couldn't have been a couple weeks because fucking you got to go to 90 days. So yeah, so a couple months went by. I come in, them motherfuckers are still there. They're 80% off now. 80% off of fucking $8.99. I was just like, well, fuck, if they're still here, fuck, that's on them now. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna fucking buy them all. Fraser. Yeah, I remember watching some episodes like when they first went into syndication back in the day, but I don't really remember a lot. Yeah, the only one they didn't have was season 4, and I actually do have that upstairs. I just forgot to grab it for this. Oh yeah, look, I got a sealed Paris Hilton fucking CD. Oh fuck, and I forgot to show you all the other cool box set. So there we go. Okay, hold on. Here's the other cool box set that I picked out tonight. Casablanca. I'll be honest though. I tried watching Casablanca once and I fell asleep again. Not because it wasn't boring. I was actually really fucking like, this is interesting. You know, not because it wasn't boring, but because I was just tired. You know, and I just never really went back and finished watching it. So when this set came out, there was like a sale. Did I get the Blu-ray or the DVD one? I don't remember. We'll find out together. I'm pretty sure Cuckoo's Nest was fucking DVD. I'm fairly certain. Because I know they had a DVD and Blu-ray, and I'm pretty sure I got the DVD one, right? Yeah, DVD. But I think there was a sale on the Blu-ray. And we're about to find out, because if I remember correctly, there was a sale on the Blu-ray, or my sister bought it for me for something. I don't know. I didn't like the new season. Oh, the new fucking one they did for Paramount. Yeah, fucking. That was me with the new iCarly. I watched like a couple episodes of the new iCarly, and I was like, yeah, this is okay, but like it just, I don't know. I think without Jeanette, it just wasn't going to be the same, you know. And they tried making up for it, and it just didn't work. It didn't work for me, brother. Yeah, it's like this webbing. See, it's like see through. All right, so take it out piece by piece. Never seen it. So, all right, what do we got? Blu-ray, DVD, or combo? Let's see. It is. It's all DVD. Okay. So you got the whole set here. That's right. You're coming on that plane there, Elsa. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but sorry. It's a nice hardcover book. About the making of and everything. Here, you get some nice. Oh, what is this? All cards and shit. I thought this was the other. Oh yeah, you got like replicas of like contracts or like whatever the fuck this is. Whatever. Then you get like the studio cards that they used to put out. Lobby cards, I'm sorry, not studio cards. And like the poster. Where'd that? Oh, there it is. And it's this. There it is. I was like, is this still in here? And you get a. Is this a. What is this again? Exclusive passport and luggage tag. 48-page photo book. Oh yeah, okay, sorry. So you also get one of those as well in here. And here is the luggage tag, all leather and everything. And it can be yours for the low price of $59. I mean, no. I don't know if you want to give me $59.99. Yeah, like I said, I just fell asleep watching it. I was liking what I was seeing, but I just fell asleep watching it. I think it's funny now that like movies from the fucking 80s and shit play on TCM now. I hate tuning in to oldie stations now. They're just like, coming up next here on K104, the best oldies on the station here. Here it comes. And then it's like, life is a miss. And it's like, fuck, man. You know. '80s, '90s. I can understand '80s at this point. But like, fuck the '90s, dude. Come on, man. Shouldn't that be like a 2040 thing? Like I saw like some movie announcement that was coming to DVD, and it was like the 45th anniversary fucking of it. And I was just like, you got to be shitting me. That movie's 45 years old. I forgot what movie it was though. Oh, Elijah, you'll find this funny now. Now that we can fucking speak about thou who can be named. Um, I'm scrolling Facebook one day, and what pops up on my fucking feed just randomly is like one of those like film fucking groups or whatever, and it was just like the Lost Boys named as best vampire film of all time. I copy and pasted that shit and sent it to Erica so quick. I always hear Gen Z calling 90s movies and TV show oldies. Ugh. Then she sends me a screenshot. Apparently, it was what was it? YouTube is playing it for free, so like it offered it up to Erica to watch, and she was just like, "Fuck off." Oh shit. I still believe. Oh, okay, sorry. That song, that song is good. I still believe, but like, fucking, it really gets overshadowed by like the rest of that soundtrack because like, Lost in the Shadows. Well, fuck, I didn't mean to make that same analogy, but Lost in the Shadows is like such a fucking great song on that soundtrack. Hello to the night, lost in the shadow, no one. That's a fucking baller fucking song, you know. Plus, you got the Doors. The Doors is people are strange. You got that fucking creeping around in there. And there's one more big one I'm missing. Cry Little Sister, which I mean, come on, man. Is that not the best fucking vampire fucking song? By fucking, I mean like, by actual fucking. Like, come on. How do you not hear that song and not picture Michael and Star just fucking? Just having fucking dirty fucking vampire sex. Which, speaking of which, there's a big plot hole in that movie right there. Like, how the fuck was Michael only a half vampire just by drinking the blood? You know? I don't get it. They bite somebody, they become a full vampire. You drink the blood, you're half. You would think that'd be the other way around. So Michael drank the blood, and they're like, yeah, and he's like half vampire. He can go out in daylight as long as he has some sunglasses and shit. He can still hang around. But and then he boned her. And then he boned the fucking full vampire. So you would think you would be fucking all vampire. You would think vampirism would be an STD. You would figure that shit would be transferable. Fucking cry little dick would be the fucking thing to do there, man. Like she fucked him. So like why wouldn't he become like full vampire at that point? I think there's some plot holes that fucking Mr. Schumacher fucking missed over here. Don't get me wrong, it's still a fucking rocking movie, but I mean, I think we really missed something here. But I don't know. What do I fucking know? It just doesn't make a lick of fucking sense, though. Okay, fine. Let's just stick with that theory. Okay, like drinking makes you have. Like he fucked Star. I'm sorry, but I think I think if he fucks her, that's it. He's full. See, I like how usually he fucking responds to shit and throws on an LOL and shit. Why he's trying to fucking justify fucking vampirism to me? He's fucking serious. He's like, having sex with a vampire does not turn you into one. Motherfucker, you do realize this is a fucking fictional creature we're talking about, right? Like, there's no skin off my back about whether I'm right or wrong on this. That whole fucking thing was just a bit. I fucking saw my opening and ran with it. Fucking Elijah over here fucking squaring up, man. He's like, fucking put your hair up and square up, fucking Fanny. I gotta fucking let's go. Fucking show you a thing or two about fucking vampires, little fucker. I'm like, fuck, I gotta stop the bit. Hold on, fuck. He thinks it's real. Shit. I love vampires. Fuck, I know that now. Fuck. I'm like, fucking, I was like, I'll make a joke about the fucking plot hole then Lost Boys there. And fucking damn. I've never seen somebody stand up so fucking passionately for something. Fuck. I thought I loved stuff before. I thought I loved shit like fucking banana pudding. But I don't even know banana pudding as much as fucking he just stood up for fucking like the vampire lore right there. Like, holy fuck. Like, I had to steal some of that quote from Sid Haig. Are you doing gaming next week? Yeah, because like I didn't expect to finish Blair Witch that quick. I really felt that game was longer. Maybe it only felt longer because it was like the first game I was actually playing, so I was trying to figure out shit. I think we're gonna try story mode on Autopsy Simulator, see what that's about, because apparently there's a bunch of different shit there to do. So yeah, Blair Witch is fun. You know, once I remembered how to do certain shit, you know. I wish I would have got the good ending this time. I thought I did it right this time, but oh well, you know. And then, you know, I keep trying to get a good price on the remake of Until Dawn. I keep trying to get a good price on it, and I just fucking can't. Because I would really like to play the remake of that. Trying to think what else is out there. I don't think there's like any other like fucking major games that I play fucking coming out. They've all come out. Giggity. I don't think the Craven Man comes out till like fucking next year. Detroit Become Human. Man, that was on sale for that was on sale the last PlayStation sale. It was like $10. I didn't get it though. I don't know. What's tomorrow? Monday? I don't know. Maybe I'll go to. Usually I wake up early. If I wake up early enough and feel like going, maybe I'll go to like video games, etc. The Collins Road one and see if they got anything good. I mean, hey, that's how I discovered Life is Strange. Just literally just like, oh, let me go because I literally bought the PS4 and I bought a brand new copy of WWE 2K 22 at the time. And I bought a used copy of the Fire Pro Wrestling, but I ended up not liking that. You know? So like that's all I had. And then like I figured out like the digital gaming and shit, you know, like the digital downloads and all that bullshit. That's when I bought Blair Witch. I was like, all right, so I have something different to play other than fucking wrestling. So then after I played Blair Witch, I wanted more games kind of like that, like horror based, like you know, a little bit of puzzle solving, some monsters and shit. Wanted more like that. So I went to video games, etc. Went in and I saw Life is Strange Before the Storm. And I was just like, what's that? And I fucking flip it over and read what it's about. And I was like, that sounds pretty fucking interesting, you know? And then it was like the special edition one. So it came with like this and that, like special shit, and it was like Life is Strange episode 1 and everything. I was like, okay, oh, this sounds like fun though. Fucking, so, I downloaded it all. I'm all ready to play fucking Before the Storm, and like to this day, I really wish I would have went with that decision. But it was like, oh, it comes with Life is Strange episode 1, and that technically is the first game in the series. Let me play it. Played it, fell in love with it. I happened to go back to get video games, etc. again. They had a copy of it for $12, and I was like, sold. So I bought it and fucking played it, and that's when I fucking fell in love with it. The only one I need a copy of now is Life is Strange 2. That's the only one, and that one's kind of fucking hard to come by. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll do fucking story mode on Autopsy Simulator. I don't know, Saturday. I guess that's what we'll start doing from now on. That seems to be working out right now. We'll do video games and shit on Thursday, Friday, and then we'll reserve Saturday for quote unquote game night. It could be fucking, are you smarter than a fifth grader? It could be like fucking, one of the card games we play, fucking shit like that. Next Saturday I'll be unavailable. Oh man. Oh yeah, it's your birthday next Saturday, man. Right? Make sure I'm doing the math on that. Okay. I was making sure it wasn't the other thing. Monday to 20. Okay, that's what it was. I was like, yeah, that's what I was like. I was making sure it was birthday and not the other thing. That's why. Okay. Oh, it's gonna be weird. You and Jack's not doing anything for your birthday this year. That's gonna be fucking weird. Oh yeah, but like I was saying, Saturday we'll save for like, like fucking priorities, which fucking I don't know. Last night kind of fucking turned me off on that game, but whatever. And then Sunday, will be fucking either continuation, could be top 20, could be fucking all right. That's good. I can rock with that. I know, that's what I was thinking. She's in Cali on her birthday, man. I used to really like playing that game too. Whatever. Can't wait to see the story mode. Yeah, because from the trophies, it sounds like it's fucking different than what we were fucking doing. So I'm curious too. Although just playing the autopsy mode, I was like, this is fucking more fun than I thought this game was gonna be. I seriously thought I was gonna get ripped off for fucking $12. I was like, this motherfucker's gonna get $12 from me and just fucking laugh. I was like, this game is gonna suck. But then, like, I saw a review of it, and I was like, this is actually kind of fun, you know. And then, yeah, or it looked kind of fun. And then I was like, fuck, I'm gonna buy the game. I was like, I know I'm gonna get ripped off, but yeah, I tested it out. I was like, fuck, this is actually all right. I had more fun with that than I thought. Night, Erica. It was a little bit too gory for me, but it was still cool. You just have to think about it, man. That's life. We're all gonna end up on a table someday. I've seen it in real life before. Ugh. I'll be honest. I've only seen one dead body in my fucking life. I got four. I had, well, my mom had a friend who you always have your friend, mom's friend who you call aunt and everything. She had a friend Sue, and I called her Aunt Sue because she was great. I loved her. Um, and she also had a friend Jody. We had Aunt Jody, Aunt Sue. Well, Aunt Sue's dad died, so they're just like, "Oh, you have to go to the funeral." I'm just like, "Oh, I have to go to a fucking funeral," you know. So I have to because I hate dressing up and shit. I can't stand it. So get dressed up and everything. Not only did I have to go to the fucking funeral, they counted me and my mom as part of the fucking family, so I had to walk up to the casket. You know, like walk. I just did a little fucking like, and yeah, I was still kind of far away, but I just kind of walked up and just went back to sitting down and everything. But like, that was the only fucking dead body I have seen human. That is. Or was that Alien back in '06? No, I'm kidding. Aunt Sue's husband was a man named James. Unfortunately, he had HIV, and he was a great guy, man. He was a funny guy and everything. The only bad thing about it is his memory was going, and he liked wrestling. So, like when I would go over to Aunt Sue's house, me and him would sit on the couch, and we would probably find wrestling on and watch it. The only bad thing is, again, his memory was going. So, like, I shit. When I say this, this is y'all are gonna think I'm joking and everything, but I swear to God, this happened. It happened just like this. If I'm exaggerating, it's not by much. But he would sit there and be like, uh, "Will, do you remember that wrestler that um he I'm like, what? Which one, James? He'd be like, uh, he's the one with the black pants. I'm like, uh huh. And um, uh, he's that one guy with the black pants. And I'm like, James, I need a little bit more, bud. You know, and he's like, what's his name? And like, that's all the information I have is guy with the black pants. You know, and now I'm just thinking of guys who wear black pants, and I'm just like, is it maybe Cactus Jack? And he's like, no, no, that's not him. That's not it. And I'm like, Kevin Nash, maybe? And he's like, no, no, it's a guy who wears black pants. Trying to think if you remember him. I'm like, I'm trying to think who he is, James. You know, and he's like, and I'm like, he's laughing. I'm not laughing. so, um, so now I'm like, who the fuck else can you be talking about at this point? And like, I'm literally like rolling down a Rolodex of all the wrestlers I know in my fucking head at that moment. Because I'm like, who else can you be talking about? It's kind of like the whole Hellboy fucking Incredible Hulk situation. It's just like, fuck, who is it? You know? And then it turns out to be like something like in the ballpark of what he was like close to saying, you know. He'd be like, the guy with the tattoo on his arm. And I'm like, Goldberg? He's like, that's it, Goldberg. And I'm like, oh, he wears trunks. You know, like, but I don't say that to him because I don't. You know. I learned a long time ago, do not fucking talk to people about wrestling who don't know about wrestling. I learned that a long fucking time ago. Do not do it. One, yeah, Barbara Walters memoir, Queen. I got to make my second book available on ebook. I'm kind of fucking disappointed. I couldn't make Maximus work out on paper. I really thought I could do that, but that or like I'm kind of I'm just missing that secret sauce. But I think I'm set on the fucking cookbook now. I say you're done with the ebooks. Apparently, fucking Lulu.com had other fucking plans. So I was like, I might as well fucking make it available as an ebook. cookbook sounds cool. Yeah. Except the only thing the only speed bump I found right now is that like when I'm telling you like what to do in the cookbook, I got to figure out a way to transition into the rant that I'm picking. Like the Rachel Ray one's gonna be easy. I think that's gonna be a fucking easy one to transition into. I think that will probably be in the introduction of the fucking cookbook. Why did Lulu up the price? No, because I marked it for fucking private distribution and somehow it went public. So I'm just like, fuck it. At this point, I might as well just publish the goddamn ebook. You know? Doesn't matter anyway. Nobody buys the goddamn thing. I haven't checked my account in like fucking 2 months. I will guarantee you right now there's a fucking $1.83 in my account. If there's more, I'll probably shit myself live. Like, some came and bought like fucking 19 copies. They're like, fuck, I gotta read this motherfucker, you know? Alright, my account. Wrong thing. Wrong. My projects. Sales and payments. Here it is. And the drum roll. Holy fucking shit. Well, I gotta shit myself now. Somebody actually fucking bought one. Huh. Interesting. Which one did they buy? Wait, what? I retired that. That's a fucking stories no one asked for book. How the fuck? Plus, I retired that. Huh. Oh well, enjoy. You got my fucking video copywritten last night. I got in trouble. Sorry, I'm about to get off in like fucking 12 minutes. So that, and I've been thinking about running stories no one asked for through Claude, just so I can make a hardcover to add to it, just so I can have all 3 of them in hardcover. Ram Ranch, damn. Okay. Why are you so passionate about it? I'm like, YouTube doesn't like me enough already. That's why when we were doing favorite songs the other night, I'll tell you right now, in the honorable mention, I had fucking a Taylor Swift song, and I was just like, I'm not even going to be able to fucking play it. Because, like, fucking Taylor Swift will shut my ass down in a heartbeat. She don't fucking play that noise. She's like the fucking worst superhero ever, man. Like, fucking somebody plays her music on like a copyrighted fucking form, man. Like fucking the T Swizzy symbol goes up in the sky. She's on that fucking shit. Was it on Ram Ranch? No, it was fucking on Caskets. It was Caskets that got it. Yeah, they take money that they already don't give me. Yeah, that's fun. You know, I was thinking about it earlier. I mean, I was like, I kind of already achieved the fucking goal that I wanted on YouTube. And that was like, I just wanted to work with somebody where I get, all right, Elijah, I just wanted to work with somebody where where they go to the website and use my checkout code. I accomplished that. I'm happy. We got a couple of them there for a while. You know, we had the energy drinks, hard to find TV shows.com, but we don't talk about them no more. But yeah, it's almost that time anyway. So, all right, guys, it's been a fun weekend and everything. I will see you guys next week. Next week, we'll be playing Autopsy Simulator Story Mode. Apparently, there's a fun story mode. And then Saturday and Sunday, we'll be doing game night. And I don't know about media night yet. I think we might switch it up next week. I don't know yet. We'll figure it as we do. We figure it out as we go along here. So, all right, guys. Thank you guys for coming in. I will see you guys in the next one. And remember, be breezy.